Continuation of the previous class. The next sum: calculate cost of production and profit of commodity A for the year ending 31st March 2012. So in this sum they ask calculate the cost of production. So first you have to calculate the cost of production. After that you find the profit. Next, which year they asked? 31st March 2012. In detail the sum: purchases 48,000, direct wages 40,000, stock on 1/4/2011 of raw materials. So the stock 1/4 means it was the opening date of the year, so that stock is treated as the opening stock. The next, work on cost, work in progress. The next, 1st April 2011, 31st March 2012. So it was given the works on cost. Work on cost means it was comes in factory overheads. After that point, work in progress. Work in progress, the 1st April 2011 means it was opening work in progress 1960. 31st March 2012, that means it the ending of the year. So the amount was 6,400. It was closing work in progress. Opening work in progress means 1st April, closing work in progress means 31st March. After that further information: finished goods 1600 units 6,400. So finished goods 1600 units, rupees 6,400. Next, office and administrative overheads 3,200. Sales, finished products means the total sales of the year 1,20,000. The additional information: advertising and selling cost 40 pice per ton. So always the selling expenses must be calculated on the basis of sales, not the production. So 1 unit sold cost was 40 pice. The next, during the year 25,600 units of commodity were produced. They produced 25,600 units, but the selling units was not given. Next, in this sum you must calculate two missing items. The first missing item was closing finished goods. The closing finished goods, they was given 3,200 units. The next, they are produced 25,600 units during the year. The another information was not given. So in this sum, first you calculate the number of units sold. Number of units sold. How many units they sold? You first calculate the missing figure. So in detailed manner, the sum was: cost sheet as on 31st March 2012. Particulars: rupees. First, opening stock. Stock of material 1st April అని సమ్లో మెన్షన్ చేసింది ఓపెనింగ్ స్టాక్ అవుతుంది. సో ఓపెనింగ్ స్టాక్ 8,000. యాడ్ పర్చేజెస్ 48,000. So 8,000 plus 48,000 was treated 56,000. Next, closing stock 8,800. So closing stock 8,800. 56,000 minus closing stock 8,800. You got the amount 47,200. It was treated as material consumed. The material consumed was calculated with the help of opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. Now you got the amount 47,200. It was named as material consumed. Next, add direct wages. The direct wages was given in the sum 40,000. So 47,200 plus 40,000. These two items must be added. You got the amount 47,000. So 87,200. It was named as prime cost. Material consumed plus direct wages. The amount was 87,200. It was called as prime cost. The next continuation of the sum at factory overheads. In that you consider the point work on cost. In sum there was given works on cost 16,800. So you 16,800 was add to the prime cost. Now you got the amount 1,04,000. 1,04,000 named as gross work cost. After that add opening work in progress. Opening work in progress 1st April was given in the problem. So it was treated as the opening work in progress 1,920. 1,04,000 plus 1,920. The amount you got 1,05,920. After that less closing work in progress. The closing work in progress given in the problem, work in progress on 31st March, the amount was 6,400. Now 1,05,920 minus 6,400. You got the amount 99,520. It was named as net work cost. After that, the continuation, add office and administrative overheads. So, office and administrative overheads, all the items related to the office must be taken. In that sum, there was given office and administrative overheads 3,200. So, now the 3,200 was adding with net work cost. So, net work cost plus 3,200. Now you got the amount 1,02,720. It was named as cost of production. After that, add opening finished goods. The opening finished goods was 6,400. Now 1,02,720 plus 6,400. Now you got the amount 1,09,120. After that, minus closing finished goods. The closing finished goods was not given in the problem. They mentioned only the opening finished goods. The closing finished goods amount was not given. But the closing finished good units was given. It was 3,200. That's all. Now, it was calculated with the helping of the formula closing finished goods units into cost of production divided by number of units produced. So, the closing finished goods units was given in the sum, but the amount was not given. The amount was calculated with the help of the formula. The formula was closing finished goods units into cost of production divided by number of units produced. So, closing finished goods units was 3,200 into cost of production already you are find out 1,02,720 divided by number of units produced was 25,600. So, here the working was given. 3,200 into 1,02,720 was the cost of production divided by 25,600. Now you got the amount 12,840. It was closing finished goods. After that, 1,09,120 minus 12,840. Now you got the amount 96,280. Always opening must be added. The closing must be subtracted. The amount was 96,280. It was named as cost of production of goods sold. After the continuation, add selling and distribution overheads. In this heading, all the selling expenses must be considered. In sum, they are given advertising and selling cost 40 pice per ton. In sum, they are giving advertising and selling cost 40 pice per ton. But how many units they are sold? It was not given. So first you have to calculate the number of units sold. The formula was opening finished goods plus number of units produced minus closing finished goods. Number of units sold. Number of units sold. The number of units was calculated with the help of the formula opening finished goods plus production units minus closing finished goods. Always you take only the unit amount, not in rupees, because you are calculate only the units. Opening finished goods was 1600 units. It was given in the problem. At production 25,600. So in sum they are given 25,600 units were produced minus closing finished 3,200. It was also given. All the amounts only consider the units, not in rupees. So 1600 plus 25,600 minus 3,200. Now you got the 24,000. 24,000 into 40 pies. Why you took the 40 pies only? In sum they are already said advertising and selling cost 40 pies per unit. So you are sold 24,000 units in this year. So 24,000 into 40 pies. Now you got the 9,600. So the 9,600 was added to the previous amount. Now you got the amount 1,05,880. 1,05,880 is named as total cost. After that you take the sales. The profit was not given in the problem. The profit was not given in the problem. You are calculate the profit. So the selling amount was 1,20,000. 1,20,000 minus 1,05,880, you got the amount 14,120. 14,120 was the net profit because the selling price was higher as compared to the total cost. So in this sum you are calculate two missing items. The first missing item was closing finished goods. Closing finished goods rupees. The second missing figure was number of units sold. Number of units sold. So the closing finished goods was calculated with the help of the formula closing finished goods into cost of production divided by number of units produced. With the help of this formula you find out the closing finished good in rupees. Next, number of units sold was not given. Number of units sold was not given. You are calculated with the help of the formula opening finished goods plus number of units produced minus closing finished goods. With the help of this formula you calculate number of units sold. That was 24,000. So in the sum they are asked calculate the cost of production and find out the profit. So the cost of production and calculate the profit was finished. Okay, the next sum. Prepare cost sheet for the period end 31st July 2015. Prepare cost sheet for the period end 31st July 2015. They asked preparation of the cost sheet only. The materials: opening stock 10,000, purchases 85,000, closing stock 4,000. So here opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock, you got the material consumed. After that, direct wages 20,000, other direct expenses 10,000. Now the material consumed, you add up the direct wages, other direct expenses. Now you got the prime cost. Factory overheads 100% of direct labor. So in this they are explained the factory overhead is taken 100% of direct labor. In sum, the direct labor means direct labor. Direct labor and the direct wages are the similar words. So direct wages 20,000 into 100 by 100, the factory overhead was 20,000. Next, office overheads 10% of work cost. Work cost మీద 10% చేస్తే మనకి ఫ్యాక్టరీ ఆఫీస్ అండ్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ ఓవర్ హెడ్స్ వస్తాయి. సెల్లింగ్ అండ్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఎక్స్పెన్సెస్ ₹2 per unit sold. ₹2 per unit sold. So 1 unit sold cost was ₹2. But how many units they sold? It was not given. So you have to calculate the number of units sold with the help of the formula. Next other information. Units of finished products in hand at the beginning of the period 1000 units. Value ₹16,000. Clearly observe this item once again. In hand at the beginning of the period. Beginning means opening finished goods. 1000 was the units, 16,000 was the rupees. So opening finished goods 16,000 rupees. Next, produced during the period 10,000 units. The firm was produced. So number of units produced was 10,000 units during the year. In hand at the end of the period 2,000 units. The company, clearly observed, in hand at the end of the period. In hand at the end of, end means closing. End of the closing goods unsold meant it was closing finished goods was 2,000 units. They mention only the units but the rupees was not given. So closing finished goods 2,000 units but the amount was not given. But they said the opening finished goods 1,000 units 16,000 rupees. Both was given. But the closing finished goods 2,000 only given but the rupees was not given. It was found with the help of the formula. The next point, it was very important point in this sum. Also find out the selling price 20% on the selling price. Calculate the, find out the selling price. Selling price calculate chesukovali. So the selling price was 20% on selling price. Selling price 20% తీసుకోవాలి. దేని మీద తీసుకోవాలి? సేల్స్ మీదే కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. సో in this sum the total missing points was the first, closing finished goods rupees. In this sum the missing figures was closing finished goods only units was given but not the rupees. So it was calculated. After that the selling and distribution overheads 2 per unit was given. So number of units sold was also find out. The next point, in every sum, in before sums you are already seen that the sales was given. But in this sum the sales was not given. But in this sum the sales was not given. But they said now 20% profit. 20% profit. That 20% must be taking on selling price only. So in this sum sales was not also given. So 3 missing figures must be calculated. So you have to observe the solution in detailed manner. First you put the heading cost sheet as on 31st July 2015. Particulars rupees. First opening stock 10,000, add purchases 85,000. So 10,000 plus 85,000 you got 95,000 minus closing stock. The closing stock was 4,000. Now you got the amount 91,000. Opening stock plus purchases 95,000 minus 4,000 you got the 91,000 91,000. 91,000 is material consumed, name as material consumed. After that, you add the direct wages 20,000, add other direct expenses 10,000. So 20,000 plus 10,000, you got the amount 30,000. Now 91,000 plus 30,000, you got the amount 1,21,000. It was named as prime cost. Next, continuation. At factory overheads, it was the heading 100. In sum, they given the factory overheads 100% of direct labor. So direct wages was given in the sum, but the direct labor was not given. But wages and labor both are the similar words, so direct wages is treated as the direct labor. 100% of direct labor means the direct wages was 20,000 into 100% means 20,000 into 100 by 100. Now the factory overheads was 20,000. So add up with the prime cost. Prime cost to add up cheskunte 1,41,000 you got the amount. It was named as gross work cost. After that, add opening work in progress less closing work in progress. In the sum, there was not given the work in progress. You once observe the question. There was not given the amount for opening work in progress and closing work in progress, so that the amount was not recorded. There was no amount, so the amount was not recorded. So the above amount was carried forward 1,41,000. It was named as net work cost. After that, put the heading office and administration overheads. It's just heading. In that heading, you take the item 10% of work cost. They said in the problem 10%. Office and administration overheads was 10% of work cost. Work cost means here net work cost was there. Gross work cost was also there. So you must consider the gross work cost only. Now the gross work cost was 1,41,000. So 1,41,000 into 10%, you got the amount 14,100. 14,100 was the office and administration overheads. Next, continuation of the sum. Cost of production. So net work cost plus office and administration overheads. Now you got 1,55,100. It was named as cost of production. At opening finished goods 16,000. It was given in the problem. The amount was 16,000. Now you got 1,71,000. After that, less closing finished goods. It was the missing figure. You calculate with the help of the formula. Closing in sum, there clearly says that the closing finished goods in hand at the end 2,000 units. They mention only the units but not the amount. With the help of the formula, the amount 31,020 rupees was calculated. The formula was closing finished goods into cost of production divided by 10,000. Closing finished goods 2,000 plus cost of production 1,55,100 divided by number of units produced. Now you got 31,020. You subtract the MO amount. That means 1,71,000 minus 31,020. Now you got 1,40,080. It was named as cost of production of goods sold. Next, add selling and distribution overheads. In that heading, you take selling and distribution expenses 40 pice per unit sold. So the number of units sold was not given. It was also calculated with the help of formula was opening finished goods plus number of units produced minus closing finished goods. The opening finished goods was 1000 plus number of units produced 10,000 minus closing finished goods 2000. Now you got the amount 11,000 minus 2000 into 40 pies. That means the 18,000 you got the amount. So 1,40,080 plus 18,000 you got 1,58,080. It was named as total cost. So once repeat the point. The selling and distribution expenses 40 pies just they told. So the number of units sold you first calculate. Opening finished goods units 1000 plus production 10,000 minus closing finished 2000. You got 9,000 into 40 pies. That means 18,000. With adding up of the cost of production of goods sold, you got 1,58,080. It was treated as the total cost. The next continuation. Add net profit. So net profit calculate cheyadaniki sales kavali. The sales 1,97,600. 1,97,600 was not given in the problem. Net profit 39,520 was also not given in the problem. Once you verify the problem, in that problem the selling amount was not given. The profit amount also was not given. These 2 points was calculated with the help of other information. So in before problems you are seeing that in every sum they have the sales. But in this sum, the sales amount was not given. So first you calculate the selling amount. They give one point related to the sales. That point was the last point they said now. 20% profit on sales. 20% profit on sales. So profit ravali ante sales మీద 20% consider cheyali. But the selling amount was not given. So in detailed explanation 20% means if the selling price was 100, the profit was 20, the cost was 80. That point meaning was here. Explanation. Once again I explained it. 20% profit on selling price means if the selling price was 100, the cost price was 80, the profit was 20. It was indirect information. So in sum the cost, the total cost was 1,58,080 into profit 20 by 80. Because the profit was taken with the help of a costing figure you took now. That's why 1,58,080 into 20 by 80. Now you got the profit 39,520. With adding of the total cost, you got the amount 1,97,600. Now the sales was 1,97,600. In this sum, the profit and sales, both 2 points was calculated with the help of the point 20% on selling price. 20% means if the selling price 100, the profit was 20, the cost was 80. So 80 rupees ki total cost 1,58,080 aithe you got the profit only. So 20% ki anta. Question cheste 20 into 1,50,080 divided by 80. You got the profit with the adding of the total cost. total cost plus profit equal to sales 97,500. Okay, the next problem. Prepare a statement showing cost of production. First they ask prepare a statement showing. The first they ask cost of production. Cost of production calculate cheyali. Next, percentage of works overhead to production wages. So here they ask the percentage, works overhead percentage with the help of production wages. Next point, percentage of general overhead to works cost. They asked the percentage of office overheads with the help of the work cost. So these 2 points were new points to you. Cost of production means with preparation of the cost sheet you find out the cost of production. After the new points was percentages were they asked. So factory overhead percentage was calculated with the help of a production wages. Office and administration overheads was calculated with the help of a factory overheads. Next in detail, 1st January 2018 stock of materials 40,000. First, the date first was given. First was given means it was opening stock of material. Opening stock 40,000. Purchases 11 lakh. Stock of finished goods. Stock of finished goods, but the opening or closing it was doubt arised. But it was compulsory opening finished goods because the reason was the under the heading 1st January. 1st January means it was the opening date of the month. So it was treated as a opening finished goods. After that, finished goods sold. Sold means sales 24 lakhs. Not the finished. Finished goods sold means sales 24 lakhs. Works overhead charges. This item was come under the head of factory overheads. Next, office and general expenses 1 lakh. It was come under the heading of office and administration overheads. Next, productive wages 5 lakhs. Stock of finished goods 31st December. You observed the date 31st December means it was the closing date of closing month. That why this stock is considered as the closing finished goods 60,000. Stock of material on 31st December means it was also the closing date of closing month. So it was closing stock of material 1,40,000. So first overall explanation of the sum. First you take stock of material means opening stock 40,000, add purchases 11 lakh minus closing stock 1,40,000. Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. You got the material consumed. After that you take the product to production overheads. So material consumed plus production wages. Now you got the prime cost. After that the heading at factory overheads. In that heading you took the point works overhead charges 1,50,000. You got the gross work cost at opening work in progress, but the work in progress was not given in the problem. So there was no opening balance and the closing balance. So the same amount was carried forward as a net work cost. After putting the heading office and administrative overheads, in that heading you took the point office and general expenses 1 lakhs. Now you got the cost of production. After that put the heading selling and distribution overheads. But in sum the selling expenses was also not given. In this sum selling expenses was not given. So the same amount was carried forward to the cost of production of goods sold. Next, it was treated as a total cost. Next, you consider the sale of finished goods means sales. Now you got the answer net profit. So in written form you see the problem. First, cost sheet as on 31st December. Heading particulars rupees. First, opening stock 40,000, add purchases 11 lakh. So యాడప్ చేసుకుంటే ఓపెనింగ్ స్టాక్ ప్లస్ పర్చేజెస్ యాడప్ చేసుకుంటే మనకు వచ్చేటప్పటికి 1,40,000. నౌ యూ కన్సిడర్ ద పాయింట్ ఓపెనింగ్ స్టాక్ 40,000 plus purchases 11 lakh, you got 1 lakh, 11 lakh, 40,000. You got the amount 11 lakhs 40,000. Next, less closing stock 1,40,000. So you got 10 lakhs. You got the 10 lakhs. Once again, you see that opening stock 40,000, purchases 11 lakh. Now you got 11 lakh 40,000. In that 11 lakh 40,000, you subtract the closing stock 1,40,000, you got 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs is treated as the material consumed. After that, add production wages was 5 lakhs. Now you got 15 lakhs. 10 lakhs plus 5 lakhs, you got the 15 lakhs. It was called as prime cost. Next, continuation of the sum. Add factory overheads. In that heading, you take the works overhead charges. Work overhead charges already given in the problem, 1,50,000. So prime cost 15 lakhs plus works overhead 1,50,000. You got 16 lakhs 50,000. It was named as the gross work cost. Next, add opening work in progress. But in sum, the opening work in progress was not given. So the same amount was carried forward, 16 lakh 50,000. Less closing work in progress. The closing work in progress was also not given. So the same amount will carry forward, 16 lakhs 50,000. The next continuation of the sum. Add office and administration overheads. In that heading, you take office and general expenses 1 lakh, already given office and general expenses 1 lakh. Now you add with net work cost, you got 17 lakhs 50,000, named as cost of production. Add opening finished goods 50,000. It was given 1st January, opening finished goods was 50,000. So 17 lakhs 50,000 plus 50,000, you got 18 lakhs. After that, less closing finished goods. In sum, they given the stock of finished goods on 31st December 60,000. So that amount was considered as closing finished goods. So 18 lakhs minus 60,000. Now you got the 17 lakhs 40,000. It was named as cost of production of goods sold. The next continuation. Add selling and distribution overhead. In that sum, the selling expenses was not given. In the sum, the selling expenses was not given. So the same above amount was carried forward. Total cost 17 lakhs 40,000. The next, sale of finished goods means sales 24 lakhs. So the sale amount was 24 lakhs. The total cost was 17 lakhs 40,000. The difference between these two items, 6 lakhs 60,000, is treated as the net profit, because the selling price was higher than the total cost. So 24 lakhs minus 17 lakhs 40,000, you got 6 lakhs 60,000 as the net profit. Once you observe in this sum, they was given all the information, but the opening work in progress and closing work in progress was not given. So this 2 point was not given. So you put no amount was not given, so you are also consider the amount was not recorded in the book. The next, total sales was given. So with the help of the total cost, the difference between the total cost and sales, you calculate the net profit 6,60,000. So after that, they also asked some information. In the above sum, the first A point they asked to calculate the cost of production. Already the cost of production was calculated with the help of the cost sheet. In B, C points was there now in sum. The first B point, the second B point was percentage of works overheads to production wages. Percentage of works overheads to production wages. The formula was work overhead by production wages into 100. Works overhead by production wages into 100. That means in sum, the works overhead was 1,50,000. Production wages was 5 lakhs. Into 100, 30%. So the factory overhead cost was 30% of direct wages. Next, percentage of general overheads to work cost. So the formula was general overhead by work cost into 100. Office and general overheads was given in the problem 1 lakh. Work cost means you took the gross work cost only. In cost sheet, you find the gross work cost 16,50,000. So 1 lakh by 16,50,000 into 100. Now you got 6.06%. This percent meaning was office and administrative expenses was 6.6% on factory overheads. Okay. In simple way, you know the formula. First they ask which formula? Percentage of works overhead to production wages. With simple words you took the 2, eliminate the 2, put the deviation. Now you read the formula. Works overheads by production wages into 100. This percentage was took as the 100. Easy formula, easy trick for knowing the formulas. So they ask percentage of work overhead to production wages. So elimination of the 2, put the deviation. Now the formula, work overhead by production wages, the percentage with multiplication. Now the amount was 30%. Next, second C point you observed, percentage of general overheads to work cost. So elimination of the 2, put the deviation. Now you got the point, general overheads by work cost into 100. It is a easy way to know the formulas. Okay. Once in this sum, they ask cost of production and the percentage of working overheads. Okay. Once again, I revise the previous topics and first onwards. First, you know what is the meaning of cost accounting. The meaning of cost accounting was, first you see the meaning of the introduction of the cost accounting. Cost accounting is one of the branch of costing. Cost accounting is one of the branch of accounting. It deals with the cost of a production of goods manufactured by the companies. It gives the information related to the all total costing information to the management in detailed way for proper control. After that, you see the cost sheet. Okay, the cost sheet, opening stock plus purchases plus carriage on purchases minus closing stock. You got the material consumed. So with the material consumed, you add the direct expenses, you got the prime cost. You took only the minus of sale of scrap but not the profit or loss. Profit or loss was not considered, only minus sale of scrap. Add factory overheads. So all factory overheads was added to the prime cost. You got the gross work cost. So after gross work cost, add opening work in progress minus closing work in progress, you got the net work cost. Next, add office and administration overheads. All office related expenses must be took. Now you got the cost of production. You got the cost of production. Add opening finished goods minus closing finished goods. You got cost of production of goods sold. Next, add selling and distribution overheads. In that, selling and distribution overheads you took. So you got the total cost. With the difference between the sales and total cost, you got the net profit. In simple formula, first you calculate the material consumed, after that the prime cost, after gross work cost, net work cost, cost of production, cost of goods sold, total cost, sales. So all these items must be considered in cost sheet.